What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another History of Batgirl in Comics, episode number 4. And today's episode, we are going to be going in about the history of Stephanie Brown. So, Stephanie Brown, the character, first appeared in Detective Comics number 647, June 1992, and was created by Chuck Dixon and Tom Lyle. The character originated as the amateur crime fighter Spoiler, who had taken it upon herself to foil her criminal father, Clue Master, and his schemes. Establishing herself as Gotham's vigilante, she would have a short, unsuccessful stint as the fourth incarceration of Batman's partner and sidekick Robin in the early 2000s, replacing her longtime love interest Tim Drake. So she is the first ever Robin as a female. So that is pretty cool to see, even on the history side of things, because dominantly Robin has been male, but she's the first ever female Robin, and I think probably only the last female Robin too at that. But she was also known as Spoiler, who was a great character in itself too as well. And then her time as Robin is plagued with struggles and dissensions with Batman, who eventually fires her shortly before her death at the hands of the Black Mask. She is later revealed to have survived and returns as Spoiler, resuming her romantic relationship with Drake. In 2009, Cassandra Cain, the latest Batgirl, entrusts the costume and moniker to Brown, although she is initially reluctant due to Brown's disastrous spell as Robin. Former Batgirl Barbara Gordon later takes Brown as a pupil, and the character's run as Batgirl largely redeems her, including in Batman's eyes. So that was pretty cool. So she didn't do great as Robin. Batman fired her. Later on, we learned that she died, but she wasn't really dead. She survived. She returned as Spoiler, and then her and Tim Drake, had a love relationship. That's still ongoing, from what I know. Then Cassandra Cain took her and passed on the Batgirl costume and moniker to Brown when Cassandra Cain left, which we'll find out later when we do Cassandra Cain on the next episode, episode 5. Definitely stay tuned for that. Then we see Barbara Gordon take Stephanie and under her wing and make her the Batgirl, which is cool to see. So Stephanie Brown had a short stint as Batgirl. I don't think a lot of people remember her as Batgirl or as Robin, so this is kind of shedding some light on her as well. So after DC continually rebooted in 2011, Brown was reintroduced as Spoiler in Batman Eternal. In 2014, developing into a moral gray character that openly denounces Batman while resuming a complex romantic relationship with Drake. During the 2020 The Joker War storyline, Gordon and sole Batgirl of the new continuity at the Point shares moniker with both Brown and Cain to form a trio of Batgirls who were later featured in their own comic book series, Batgirls, in this continuum. Brown's costume is a mix of her old Batgirl costume and the Spoiler costume. I think Stephanie Brown's Batgirl costume is probably the most unique one, in that it forms her old costume with her new costume, and it looks so good. Huge fan of Cassandra Cain's costume though, with the mask and it's sewn up. That's pretty cool too as well. I have not read this Batgirl series, but I do want to pick it up. So if you have read it, let me know in the comments what you think of this. Moving on to our last slide, where Brown remains the sole mainline female Robin and the only person to have been both Robin and Batgirl, the superhero monikers commonly considered Batman's two closest allies in other media. Brown was portrayed by Morgan Cohen in 2021 episode of the Arrowverse series Batwoman, and Anna Lore in Gotham Knights in 2023, in which she is the one of the main characters. She does not use the spoiler, Robin, or Batgirl monikers in either appearance. So yeah, Stephanie Brown, not a lot on her, but a very intriguing part of the Batgirl's history. Like I said, the only Robin to be a female too as well. So this is a little bit more about Stephanie Brown. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure that like button, hit that thumbs up. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that bell notification so you get notified when more of these series come out. Till then, this is Dan, and we'll see you in the next episode of the History of Batgirl, episode 5, where we're going to dive into Cassandra Cain. Hope you have a good one, and see you soon.